This is ANN News Brief.
Kenyan authorities say 239 passengers from China have been cleared to arrive in the country through the capital's main international airport yesterday. All the passengers aboard a China Southern Airlines flight were reportedly screened on board and were allowed to enter the country moments after the aircraft landed at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. Kenya Ministry of Health said the passengers were advised to self-isolate for 14 days as a precaution against the possible spread of coronavirus. This was the first time such a large number of passengers have been told to self-isolate. It was also the first China flight on the reopened Ganju-Nairobi route since it was suspended 2 weeks ago. It will now provide 1 flight per week on this route, down from 4 per week. Health Minister Cicely Karuki said in a statement a total of 17 suspected cases had been reported in Kenya, but they all tested negative for the virus. Many Kenyans on social media expressed disbelief at the government's decision to let in the passengers from China. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Algeria became the second country in Africa to confirm a coronavirus case after Egypt. The country's health ministry said the patient arrived from Italy last week. World Health Organization WHO Africa Regional Director has warned that Africa's window of opportunity to prepare for the COVID-19 virus is closing. The coronavirus was confirmed in China in early January. So far, 2,800 deaths have been recorded and 82,000 cases reported. Many countries have put measures in place to curtail the spread of the virus, including suspension of flights to and from China. The U.S. military's Africa Command, AFRICOM, says an airstrike in Somalia over the weekend has killed an Islamist militant who helped plan last month's attack on a military base in Kenya, in which 3 Americans died. The U.S. military said on Tuesday in a statement the strike carried out on Saturday killed a senior member of the Somalia-based militant group Al-Shabaab, who was in charge of planning and directing terrorist operations on the Kenyan border region, including the recent attack on Mande Bay. His wife was also reported killed. In the early January attack, 3 Americans, 1 U.S. military service member, and 2 contractors were killed during an attack by Al-Shabaab on the Mande Bay military base in Kenya. The base is used by both U.S. and Kenyan forces. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has donated $10 million to East Africa to help fight locust swarms in the region. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Agency warned of a major hunger threat in East Africa as a small group of desert locusts have now entered the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Kenya, Somalia, and Uganda have been battling the swarms in what is described as the worst locust outbreak in 70 years. The UN said swarms have also been sighted in Djibouti, Eritrea, and Tanzania, and recently reached South Sudan. Bill and Melinda Gates' contribution will be given to the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, which appealed for the funds to fight the locust invasion that is threatening food security in the East African region. FAO urged other philanthropists to help protect the livelihoods of farmers in the affected region. The UN says $138 million is needed to fight the locust. $33 million has so far been raised. That is ANN News Brief at 11. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Ademi.